Hi, I am Mandy of Mad Cow Mandy Designs. It is August the 13th, 2026, and this is Stitch 93. I cannot tell you how many times I have already started this video over because I keep trying to tell you it is July the 13th. No, we are halfway through August. Anyways, I have two finished objects to share with you, and only one of them is knitting. So I finished my Nurture Bralette by Celine, and no, I'm not wearing it. You're welcome. Instead, I am bringing in a, what do they call it, a guest star to model for me. Everyone, meet Barbie. Oh, okay. Barbie, everyone. I adopted Barbie when JCPenney was going out of business close to 10 years ago. So she just happens to be almost the same size as me. I was a little surprised by that one, but she is modeling today the bralette that I finished. So it's really cute. I like it. There are some things that need to change, but let's talk about it. I did use less than a skein of yarn to make my size, which I'm not exactly a small girl. So I was very excited about that. I knew these were going to be too thin, but I was worried about yarn, so I just stuck with the pattern for the first time. Going forward, I would definitely do the modification to make them wider. There's a modification to round out the cup. I'm good. Like this was really easy to knit, and once you fill it, you don't really notice anymore that it kind of has these pokey corners right here where things turn. You fill it out and you don't notice them. I'm fine with that. This band. Me and this band, we have beef. So it's really cute. It has this lace detail. Turn. You can kind of see it better over here. There's this really pretty lace. No, in the future, I'll just do that. I thought the lace was really pretty and it would work, and I put it on, it all stretched out, and then it never went back together. It's not like ribbing on a sock where it'll kind of swoop back together. It just stayed all stretched out. It doesn't do anything, and the girls keep trying to fall out the bottom. If I do this again, I will do the twisted rib for that section. I'll also do a few more rows right here. The pattern says that if, you know, things aren't quite fitting correctly, you could do a few more rows before you do the band, and that would help. Of course, I didn't do a try-on because I was beyond that try-it-on tubing. Oh, that stuff was a nightmare. I had never used it before in my life. I used it for this project. I hate it. Didn't want to do it again. So I just rolled with it, and I need a few more rows before the band. But here's the back. I really like the back. This is very comfortable. I like this a lot. Currently, it keeps doing this number. While I'm wearing it, it just creeps right on up there. So I know you can get the elastic thread and kind of crochet it into the band to make things tighter. I'm gonna try that. Before I even make another one of these, I'm gonna try using some of that elastic thread. I don't even know what that stuff's called. I'm gonna try that to tighten it up some. But it's a good pattern. I was extremely impressed with how well the pattern was written. There were a couple times I got a little lost. I had to read ahead to understand what we were doing, and then when I went back, I was like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Now I got it. You have to do some math. You have to take measurements that you have never taken for knitting before. Like, you know, you need to know how far this is. That's not something I've ever measured. Once you do your measurements and you just plug in your numbers, the designer has already done all the math. There is so much math that's already done. You just go find it on a chart, plug in your numbers, and you do what she says. That part really amazed me. How she thought through all this and through all the sizing and grading. And no, I can't even make a sweater that fits me. Like, how are you supposed to make something like this that fits so many body types? Very impressed. I will note, I got my size correct on the first try this time. I've never done that. So, very excited. It fits. It's a touch bit warm. You know, I'm used to like a cotton jersey kind of material, and this is a little warm. Maybe it's a like winter wear or something. I don't know, but I'll keep trying it. I'll test this one out a few more times and make a couple modifications like the elastic, and maybe I'll come back and knit another one. We'll just have to wait and see, because honestly, I don't know. Thank you, Barbie. Okay, my second FO is cross stitch. And if you recall, last time I showed it, it wasn't finished, so it was fine. It's not fine anymore. If you have sensitive eyes, or, you know, little ones, maybe block the TV, scrub through real quick. I don't know. I won't hold it up for too long. But 3, 2, 1. Yes, I finished. It's really cute. I like it a lot. I even finished out the back where you like gather it all up, and now it lives in this hoop forever. And putting it down, TV is nice and clean again. Yeah, I'm sure that my in-laws are getting a pretty good chuckle right about now, because aunt, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, they all cross stitch, and they're like, Mandy, why aren't you doing this? Like, no new hobbies. And here I am picking up new hobby and loving it. Yeah, so I'm sure they're all getting a pretty good laugh at the fact that I've gone off the deep end and I am enjoying cross stitch. So much to the fact that I have purchased 2 more patterns. Yeah, okay, so let's talk works in progress, and we'll start with the cross stitch. This is what I'm currently working on. This is the Bride of Frankie by Fluff. And here's the finished picture. I think when I'm done, I'm actually going to mount it in a frame instead of a hoop this time, especially because, well, I don't think she fits in a hoop. Not a hoop that I have anyways. I think I'm gonna frame her and put her in the liquor cabinet with, you know, all the ingredients to make a martini. So this kit included the fabric, the thread, 1 needle, a wood hoop that was utter garbage. No, toss that. Instructions and the pattern. So, really enjoying this one. She's turning out well. You can see that, you know, I'm working right now on the arm and the face, and then her hair is gonna go up there. Her hair is like 3 of her faces. It's huge. All of this white that you see here, that's white. I stitched. It's there, I promise. It is white on white. Not a fan. Don't enjoy stitching that. But right about here, you can see I just stopped working. There's nothing down there. That's page 2. They actually printed the pattern big enough that I could see it, so it's on 2 pages, and I'm just gonna deal with page 1, and then I'll switch over and start working on page 2 instead of hopping around too much. Now, told you I didn't like the hoop. I was gonna just wait until I went to the store and buy a hoop there, but instead I decided that I like cross stitch a lot, to the point that I need to buy a stand so that I can actually use both hands and stop cramping up trying to like hold the hoop with this hand and stitching with the other one. No. So this part tucks under your leg. While wherever you're sitting, you can just put your leg on top of this part, and that flips up, and you can knit both hands. Love it. It like angles and fantastic. It was $25 on Amazon. Like, not a huge expense, but definitely worth it. So there's that. And in a little bit, we'll talk about future plans, because yeah, I'll tell you about the other one that I purchased, but anyways, my other work in progress is in fact knitting. Let me explain myself. So within a month, I had not 1, not 2, 3 people inform me that they're pregnant. The last time I had a friend pregnant, I think that was like 5 years ago. So I have 3 now, and some of them watch this channel, some of them don't, but because I have 3 and I'm not saying any names, I can show you what I'm making, and they don't know if it's for them or not. Yay! So here is a sweater. Eee! It's so tiny. I am making a 6 to 12 month old flax worsted sweater. This is by Tin Can Knits. This is my favorite pattern ever. It's free. Y'all, this is a free pattern. It breaks down sweater knitting and how to and the basics of a garment. And it comes from, 0 to 6 month all the way up to, I don't know what size, because I have not knit the largest size in that pattern. I should have brought my pattern over here, because I've knit 6 different sizes of this pattern. That's how much I love this. I've knit it in 6 different sizes. So I have a little more of the body to do, and then the ribbing, and I can start on sleeves, which are just on hold. My yarn is a sport weight. It's not actually worsted, it's sport weight. So I did take gauge to kind of make sure that it would work, because it was close, and I have tight gauge, or I don't know. My gauge was pretty close. So this is Southern Skeins Wonderland. I got this many years ago. It came as a mystery box that I had ordered, and I had 2 skeins of it. So when I found out that this particular friend was having a baby, don't know the gender, I was like, you're getting this. This is for you. I absolutely know what yarn you are receiving. So very excited about that one. We'll see how much yarn I have left over from this, because I don't think I'm gonna have to open the second skein for the sweater. I'd like to do maybe a matching hat if possible, but we'll pair something else with this. All right, and that is my whips. Yeah, okay. Let's talk mail. Mail's a little deceiving. Like, usually this segment is called mail because I don't live near a yarn store. I have to order everything. Yeah, I went to a yarn store. We took a vacation over to San Antonio, Texas, and went to a Drum Corps International show. Super fun. And we made it like a whole thing. We were gone for like 3 or 4 days, and he found a record store to go to. I found a yarn store. We went to a cavern. Like, it was fun. I went to Yarnivore, and that is where I picked up Frankie, because I walked in the door and was greeted by this entire corner of just like cross stitch, embroidery, needlepoint, all of those supplies. So I picked up Frankie. I also got some replacement Cocoa Knits stitch markers, the little round ones. I don't think I have them on this project, do I? No, I do not. The little tiny round ones are my favorite, and I keep losing them. There's no telling how many of them are just in the sofa, and I can't find them. So, bought some more of those, and I picked up some yarn. Bad Frog Yarn Co. And it says, dyed in San Antonio, Texas. So when I visit a yarn store, I like to try and get hand-dyed local yarn. And this one is called Hill Country in Bloom. And somewhere it said what it is. There it is. 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and she's just beautiful. So, looking forward to making socks, I'm sure, out of that. So those are the 2 things that I got in the mail. I am waiting on more things. I should have something on Monday. It's out for it's out moving through the postal system right now. It's cross stitch. So I saw somebody on Instagram, and I was like, that sounds like fun. I want to do that. I don't follow too many cross stitch accounts. I'm sure I will collect more as time goes on, but I don't follow that many, and so this just seemed like a really fun idea. And I'm doing a stitch along. It's a mystery stitch along. Do I have any business doing that? No, absolutely not. But here we are. So I've purchased the pattern, what there is of the pattern anyways. So that means I got an email with a list of all the materials that I will need and what to expect during the stitch along. And y'all, I panicked. I saw the list of all the floss that I need, and I need like 7 skeins, because they call those little things skeins. They're like, you need 7 skeins of this one color, and I'm like, oh my god. I know how expensive yarn is. I know how expensive like sock yarn is. What did I just sign up for? I went on Michael's website. It's like $15 for everything I need. Really? I got this. Okay, so I got my welcome email, and in September, I think it was September the 1st, I will be getting a pattern, a piece of the pattern that is the frame. So, you know, there's going to be a bunch of stuff happening in the middle of the work, but I need to go ahead and stitch a border on it. This should be interesting because I have to count, and if crochet and now cross stitch have taught me anything, I can't count. And instead of starting in the middle of the project and working my way out, I actually have to like start on the outside and count correctly. That's going to be fun. So September I will spend trying to get the border done. So I'd like to have the Bride of Frankie done before September. That way I have all of September just to worry about the border. And then October the 1st, we will all start getting the emails with one little motif that goes inside the border every day for 31 days. And y'all, it's headstones. I'm gonna have like a little cemetery. It's gonna be adorable. Okay, this is Witch's Garden Crafts, and the stitch along is called Here Lies the Body. Yeah, she hand dyed Ada fabric for this, so I already purchased the fabric. It should be here Monday. It's a 16 count. I've only used 14 count Ada so far. This is lots of new stuff. I've this is only my third cross stitch project, and I am going to be doing a mystery and not starting in the center, and I'm going to be using 16 count fabric instead of 14. Like, what? Oh, no, I'm excited. This weekend I am planning a trip over to Michael's. We don't have one in our town, so I guess this brings us to chatter now, because yeah, chatter. My husband is starting back in the community choir, but it's an hour away. It's in somebody else's community, and I ride over with him every Sunday for rehearsals, because an hour one way, an hour back, it gets kind of lonely and boring. So I ride with him, we chatter the whole way. I usually do some kind of simple knitting project there and back, and I go shopping while he's in rehearsal. So I'm gonna go to Michael's and definitely not look at all the Halloween stuff that they've put out, but I'll also be picking up all the floss that I need for this project and needles, because the only needles I have are for 14 count, so I need 16 count needles. And yeah, his rehearsal is about an hour and a half, I think, maybe 2 hours, I can't remember, but I will spend however long probably at Michael's. Michael's might very well be the only stop that I make it to this week. Life. I have tree people coming tomorrow, so we knew that we needed some trees trimmed, but we didn't know who to call. And you hear about all these tree guys, well, you know, they just like come in and they cut down a tree, just like, whoop, tree's gone. That's not what we want. We want it actually like trimmed and still there and pretty, just not in the road. We have a live oak that is all up in the road, and if we don't do something about it, the city's gonna come by and just, you know, clear, and it's not gonna be pretty. So it's also getting next to the power lines. Like, we called in somebody and we called an arborist. It took me forever to find an arborist, because I did call a tree guy and he wanted to know specifically which branches I wanted cut. I don't know which branches to cut. I just know that they need cutting. Arborist, he actually knew which branches need to be cut, and he was able to tell me, you know, why some of the bark was falling off of one of the trees and things like that. So we have the live oak, the elm, and the pear, and a mulberry, and 2 crepe myrtles that are getting trims. And then we have the holly tree. She gone. I cannot stand holly bushes. I have learned, living in this house, I don't like holly bushes. So we had a bush next to our driveway, and it grew up, touched the house, damaged the house. We've had to have like a carpenter come out and replace wood around the top edge of the house, because the holly just grew up into it and damaged it. Because that one was a bush, took a chainsaw and cut it out, and now my husband just constantly cuts it down every time it tries to regrow. The other side of the house, it started out as a bush, and now it's a whole tree. It's taller than the house. It is a full tree. You can walk under it without ducking. I don't like holly. So we're taking that one out completely. They're even gonna like bring in sod to put down and grind the stump. Like, she's gone. So of all the trees, we should be able to just trim and keep most of them except holly, which, I mean, he said that he could have just trimmed it, but I want it gone. They're stabby, they attract wasp, and they grow like crazy. They grow so fast. We are kind of curious about it regrowing, because we know that the one over by the driveway keeps kind of regrowing new little sprouts and stuff. but my husband feels confident when he runs over it enough times with the lawnmower, it will eventually stop trying to come back. Yeah. Pat Pat. Where are you going? Where are you going? You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Come here. Hello. 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 Oh, there you are. There you are. Hello. Hello. You get to go to daycare tomorrow. Tomorrow's daycare day. Yeah. So, yes, ma'am. Well, it's either that or you're here with the tree cutters. I know how much you love a chainsaw. So, I did schedule for her to go to daycare and not be here because she does not like people in her yard and she does not like chainsaws, and she will spend the entire day inside cowering and never even go out to potty when they take a break. Like, I'm just gonna send her to daycare. Tomorrow's gonna be an early day. I think I have to get up at like 7:30 because they're gonna be here at 8:30. Yeah, it should be interesting. So I will try and get before and after photos of that. So that mostly sums up kind of what's going on in life right now. We're still going to the gym 3 times a week, playing racquetball, and that pretty much takes up a lot of our weeknights right there, just trying to go to the gym. Choir will be starting back, so we'll be traveling every Sunday and working. So I do have the iPad now, and I took the case off so that I could show y'all something. I've been working really hard on drawing, digitally drawing on the iPad. It's something I've wanted to do for a while now, and I don't think I ever actually shared with y'all that I put a sticker in my Etsy shop. It's this one. So I drew that from scratch. I love it. It's just so cute. I actually designed all 3 of these stickers. I'm only putting stickers on here that I designed, but this one is in my Etsy shop. If you're wanting it, it goes through Printify. They print it and send it to you, and that kind of helps make it a little more affordable. Like, I struggle with pricing stickers because it's a sticker. It really shouldn't cost that much, but if I have to bulk order stickers and have them shipped, then the prices tend to kind of go up, and then I'm stuck with a bunch of stickers that may or may not sell. So if you like it, it's in the Etsy store, and if you can think of a product that you would want to see it on, let me know. I will dig around in Printify and see if I can find what it is that you're looking for and add that to it. But last night, well, I can't even say last night, for like the last 2 nights now, I've been working on a Halloween design that I am so excited about, and I cannot wait to share that one with y'all. Like, you know, I love Halloween and I love stickers, so it's so good. I can't. And I did a design for Southern Skeins. Jenna reached out and she's like, I want a fall t-shirt. Can you do something? It's like, absolutely. And she sent me a reference photo, and she's like, this is kind of the style that I want, and I want this. And I was like, yeah, I know how to do that. I was a little surprised to see the style again, because it's not something I've designed since I worked at a print shop in like 2012. I was working at a print shop and they kind of specialized in that style. I was like, yeah, I know how to do that style. So the September mystery t-shirt from Southern Skeins, it's me. I did it. Which, you know, that's where this one came from. That was a design that I had done for her t-shirt club a while back too. So y'all, the design is really cute. If you enjoy the cute fall, you're gonna want the shirt. Like, it's adorable. So I'm probably gonna have to get the shirt. Like, it's that cute. So yeah, I've been working on designing stuff, and I don't know exactly where I see this going, but I'm having fun. And if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. I'm always open to ideas and concepts and, you know, what I could possibly be doing. So yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's most of life right now, is work and gym, trees. Oh, I've had multiple tree people come out to give quotes, and then the guy that we settled on has been out here multiple times. I have fluorescent streamers hanging in my trees right now, because those are the trees that will be getting trimmed, except for the holly. Holly has a belly band wrapped around her because she's just gone. Yeah. Well, this has been fun, and I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. I will see you next time. Bye.